Right now, Japan is flying here to make a deal. South Korea is flying here to make a deal, and others are flying here. We have a lot of countries coming in that want to make deals. If I told them about making those deals 2 years ago or 3 years ago or 5 years ago, they'd be laughing at us. Now they're all signing.
Now the president himself have announced that South Korea, Japan is flying to the US to have a trade deal with him. I want to tell you something for sure. The countries that fly first to have a trade deal with Trump is going to get the fairest deal so far. And those who try to be a bit stubborn, I will tell you this for sure, it's not going to be as fair as they thought. You know, like we've seen what is happening between America and China, where America is giving China 85% tariff, China is giving them 100, America is retaliating with 100 and something, likewise China. And yesterday Trump addressed the press and Trump said that China actually wants to make a deal, but they don't even know where to start. And that's why one of the top high-ranking Chinese politicians says that this is not the right thing. This is mistake upon mistake, saying that Americans are making mistake and Chinese too are making mistake. But I want to give you the opportunity to listen to this nice guy and his very, very, very nice analysis. And you.
So they're coming here, but China's not at the table. Congressman Jim Jordan, Republican from the great state of Ohio, joins me now.
Worthwhile objective. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes work. So I think you just keep moving. Now, the good news is, as President Trump indicated, you're already seeing, what was it, 70 countries now want to start talking with us. And I would go back to sort of the basic principle here, Stuart. If tariffs are so bad, every country's telling, oh, tariff, don't do this. Well, then get rid of the ones you have on American goods coming to your country, for goodness sake. So that's the president's objective. We got all these countries now who've seen the light and want to start talking to President Trump. I think that's a good sign. And like I said, anything worth doing is always requires a little work and a little.
Yes, you know, I love this guy. He said it. If the tariff is so bad, why not allow American goods to come into your country as yours is going to their country? What a beautiful and nice analysis. You know, sometimes it seems like every elected personnel under Republican Party, that it seems like they are all smart people. You know, Democrats is like they are sleeping. They don't even know how to handle these guys. You know, but the truth is that Trump's agenda is for the people and to benefit the people, especially the Americans in particular, you know, and anybody who happens to find him or herself within that jurisdiction, you are going to be among the major beneficiary of this trade policy ongoing now. But we've got to say that if it affected your country, you've just got to be calm. Almost every country was affected, even mine was affected. But the reality is that it is not fair, in my opinion, to tariff America 20% and expect American to tariff you 5%. That is not a fair deal at all, even though we understand that America is super richer than almost all the countries in the world. You know, even China claiming to be, in fact, not claiming, China is a giant, but with some benefit politically, I think America is still far ahead of China in some ways. You know, China has developed economically, but there is still things that they need to do to be up to standard to, you know, challenge American dominance, you know, in trade, in military, and in so many other things. So what we are trying to say is that if your country is affected, we will advise any country to, you know, try to make a deal as early as possible so that you will be able to get a fair deal, because Trump does not want a war. You know, look at what he just did. He paused the tariff for the next 90 days, but not for China. The tariff on Chinese goods continues, but to the rest of the world is paused now. That is to show that Trump is not actually looking for any imbalance, but he just wants everybody to understand that the people of America are feeling cheated, and they elected him to speak for them. You know, Trump was voted into office to be voice of the voiceless. And in my opinion, that is what he's doing. Exactly. That's what he's doing. So I would like advise any country affected to make a deal as soon as possible, you know, Believe you me, Israel have made a deal with America, but it will still be revisited. There is still going to be something to be taken out of that deal. It's not going to remain like that. Never. It's not going to remain like that. Even Israel knows, America knows. But for the fact that Israel have acknowledged that they need to be fair to each other, they've got to be compensated. So go and make